guys, Jenny here with Real Girly Fishing. So glad you stopped by today. Thanks for tuning in. It is July 3rd, so tomorrow's the big day. What are you guys doing for the 4th? What are your traditions? We have some family coming over. We're going to get up about 3 o'clock in the morning and start smoking a pig. We're going to have some good old pulled pork for tomorrow. And hopefully, I'm hoping that a lot of people around Doctor's Lake are going to be shooting off a lot of fireworks like they did last year. Now, last year it was, during the pandemic, so there wasn't any place that was really shooting off fireworks for everybody. So lots of people did their part, went out and bought their own fireworks, and it was a spectacular show all around the lake. We just went and sat on our dock and watched everybody else shooting off fireworks. So kind of hoping for the same thing again this year. So comment down below. Tell me what do you guys do? What do you do for the 4th? So also, don't forget, before we just get too far into the video and you start skipping to the end to see what kind of things that are in this report or pictures or video clips, go ahead and hit subscribe for me so that you don't miss any other future videos. You'll also be a part of helping me get to my goal for the summer of 500 subscribers. So be a part of that right now. Go ahead, click subscribe. Thank you so much. Okay, fishing report. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Dandy Dave. He sent me an email. He went out, took his sons and his friends, son's friends, out to the croaker hole after they watched my report. They were able to land a nice cooler full of croaker that they took home and were going to be cooking up. One of the friends, I think he said, was a professional chef. So I still haven't heard yet how that turned out. So if you are watching, Dave, I would maybe you can let us know in the comments how that meal turned out. We love to eat croaker. It's a very good tasting fish. So we haven't gone back out there yet. We are waiting for a good weather day to take the boys out there and catch us a bunch of fish. So thanks for sending that in, Dave. And don't forget, if you want to send me your pictures, I can add them to my report. I would love to do that. Let's talk bait. Shrimp is getting better. I'm trying to turn so the sun is not like right in my eyeballs. The shrimp is getting easier. If you have a good 35-40 minutes to spend to catch bait, then you'll be fine. Now, they're kind of moving. We've had some people told us they caught them deeper, but when we went out Wednesday, we were catching them around the 17 to 19 foot drop-offs. We went in shallow, didn't catch many. We went out deeper, didn't catch many. And we were averaging, 5, 6 a throw. So that's not too shabby. It's not on fire yet, but it's better. It's getting better, getting easier. So you'll just have to put in a little bit of work and see where they're sitting at that day, that time, based on the tides and the current and time of the day and everything that goes into effect of where those little guys are traveling overnight. So we went Wednesday morning with our friend Mr. Bruce. He came and picked us up in his boat. That was fun, and we quickly got into a nice rainstorm after we got our bait. So I don't really have any video clips of that trip. I didn't catch anything. I hooked a couple of things and lost them. But Mr. Bruce went home with a nice 21-inch redfish and a hybrid, nice good size hybrid. We were talking while we were out there fishing that we just haven't seen any sheep's heads so far this year, and it was strange. And then, boom, like literally less than 5 minutes later, my husband Dwayne hooked finally something had been stealing our bait constantly. So we knew it was either mangrove or sheep's head. And then he hooked a sheep's head. It was little. I can't remember. I think maybe 8 inches or so. And then he got a little bit bigger one. I think it was 10 or 11 inches. So it was just odd because we had just talked about not seeing any sheep's head. And then he caught 2, like back to back. So those were our little bait stealers that day. And actually didn't catch any mangrove snappers. Had some stingrays, ladyfish. I feel like there had to have been a catfish in there somewhere, but it wasn't a skunk. So that's always nice. To me, it's a good day of fishing if just one fish is caught, and you know, or if you had some bites. As long as I'm out on the water, it doesn't matter how many I catch. So what is still, bass are still hanging out around the docks. The redfish, the flounder numbers are increasing. We haven't caught any of those yet, but I have lots of reports of other people catching lots of flounder. So sheep's head, flounder, bass, reds, hybrids, trout. And speaking of trout, that is our goal. Every week we come up with a plan, like what kind of fishing are we going to do next week. So next week, like for this week, we were supposed to go surf fishing, and that just didn't happen. The weather just did not cooperate, and I cannot believe how sunny it is right now. It's Saturday afternoon. It hasn't rained one drop today, and it was supposed to be like a total washout. It's so crazy. I'd actually went out there and looked at the water because I thought, can I get on my paddleboard and go paddle around the lake a little bit? And I'm going to drop a video about that come Monday. So see what my decision was and what affected my decision. I'm going to drop that video on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Whether or not I went out and what affected my decision in that. So we were supposed to go surf fishing. I've read reports that the water has been pretty clear and clean, and they're catching things on sand fleas, and when they're not in the mood for sand fleas, they want clams, and when they don't want clams, they'll take fish bites. So if you have any of the 3 of those, you'll probably get, be able to land some fish. And then I also have heard that the tarpon and the kingfish are just slamming those pokey pods out a little bit deeper. Just like if the pier was long enough for people to fish from the pier, they would be landing tarpon and kingfish right now. But unfortunately, they're still waiting on that to finish up. So what's coming up next weekend is red snapper season, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Are you going? Let me know. Comment below and let me know, do you go out for the red snapper season over here? 3 days only is all you have. And I checked the weather, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. It actually looks like it could be agreeable. So hopefully if you are planning to go out there and get you some red snapper, the weather is beautiful for you. Just be safe out there and make good choices when it comes to the weather. There'll always be another snapper season if the weather is not cooperating. But let me know if you're going. I've never been. I think it would be really cool to go. So I want to know if you're going. Also coming up the weekend after that starts the Greater Jacksonville Kingfish tournament. Runs the 12th through the 17th with, of course, the general tournament being the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I'm going to drop a link to all the events that are happening during that tournament in my description. So you could click on that and see what kind of fun events take place. And we plan on going next weekend to, the weekend of the 16th, 17th to some of those events. So maybe I'll see you there. That would be really cool. If you see me, come up and say, hey, Jenny, Reel Girly Fishing. So that would be exciting. Did I talk about my plans? No, I get so sidetracked. I'm looking at notes down here on the ground. I have a notebook down there, and I keep checking them to see if I forgot something. But I was talking about our plans for fishing and how we didn't go surf fishing this week, but our plan for this coming week is to catch our shrimp early in the day, and then wait for nightfall and go do some night dock fishing for trout. Oh my gosh, love me some trout. And it just came up in my feed like I think 4 years ago. We were down in Palm Coast with some friends and caught a mess of trout, and I had a big platter of fried trout and a big platter of blackened trout, and then it was gone because my boys devour everything. So I think that's about it, guys. I'm looking at my notes again, and I think I've covered everything that we had talked about, that I planned to talk to you about. So don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell. That bell will remind you, or it'll give you a notification. It'll push a notification through to your phone that I have uploaded a video. But I'm going to be uploading one Monday. So stay tuned for that one. And other than that, I hope you guys have a safe and happy 4th of July. And I'll check back in with you guys real soon. Bye.